Yeah, no, it's just a bit worried really because I haven't done stand-up for a while, and it's kind of like the third show that I'm trying to prepare for. So obviously, like most of the time when you do the third thing, like Jurassic Park 3 or Thatcher's third term, it's pretty successful. Not successful, obviously, shit. So yeah, just to see what happens. Obviously, a lot of the stuff is about the US election as well, so I kind of need to perform it to people who might find it funny, rather than in 72 hours' time when it'll be out of date and no longer valid for any sort of comedy. Obviously, as you might suspect, a lot of it sort of focuses on Donald Trump. I've got a bit of a not a conspiracy theory, but a lot of people often say that Trump like hates Mexican people. I don't think that's true. Part of the reason for that, you hear him like giving a speech when he's like, you know, discussing some intellectual future policy stuff. He's always talking about China, like China killing us in growth, China's killing us in trade. Presumably as well, he's quite jealous of China's wall building abilities. That's kind of why he's focusing on it with the Mexico question. I mean, I don't know how tall the Great Wall of China is, but assuming it's 20 foot, the Great Wall of Mexico definitely be at least 21 foot. And I don't know where this could lead us. You know, whether we'll get some new racism out of it, and it'll be like, Chinese. I don't want to listen to those small-walled fucks about anything they've got to say. Like, it's just a possibility. I'm not saying that's what Trump's going for, but you never know. There might be some truth to it. I think as well, as someone who likes doing a bit of amateur stand-up comedy, there's not a lot of investment in the arts in this country. But sort of Trump winning the US election would pretty much be the biggest investment in my particular industry ever, really. I don't think you could get a better injection of like potential source material for amateur comedians. Obviously, if Clinton wins, like it's still going to be funny, but just less of the kind of end I'm dealing with, more of a sort of private eye end. Hillary Clinton, sort of one of the people who runs the Clinton Foundation, has obviously been accused of a lot of corruption and stuff, and also she's been accused of having a lot of great policies by some people. So like, why vote for Hillary? Because she's a woman. Good. Like Vash 2016. Like that's not really a policy. That's just a thing that is true about her. The Clinton Foundation, a lot of people that say it's a corrupt thing, like keep using statistics like 85% of the money donated to it, normally from foreign leaders, hasn't been given to the sort of programs that it likes to trumpet, such as educating schoolgirls or fighting climate change. It's just completely unaccounted for, which is at best criminally lazy. But I know that's not true because there was an investigation into whether the Clinton Foundation was corrupt a while ago, headed by one Chelsea Clinton, and amazingly, Mum and Dad found innocent. So I don't entirely know how they got away with it. I don't know if it was Jeremy Kyle and his lie detector, because that would have been a hell of an episode, you know. Like, not guilty. A crowd goes wild, but yeah. I mean, if a daughter can't convict her own mum and dad of fraud, then obviously it's fine. So that's good as well. But I don't want to come across as too negative. With sort of Western society in general, both with especially folks in the US, because obviously the alternative, sort of like North Korea and ISIS, are obviously much worse. Or so-called Islamic State, as the BBC would say. I don't want to come across as like a fan of Islamic State, obviously, but they do have quite a lot of territory, you know, credit where credit's due. By territorial size right now, obviously it's shrinking, which is a good thing. You know, Islamic State having lots of territory is specifically one of the big problems with them. But by territorial size, about 119th in the world, but still not allowed to go to World Trade Organization events despite having such a big area of landmass. But this kind of makes me wonder what the criteria for statehood is. I don't know whether the next World Trade Center meeting, World Trade Organization meeting, Roberto Azevedo will be sort of telling other countries with not much state, like so-called Luxembourg, they can fuck off as well because they don't count. But I don't really know how these things work. But yeah, that's just a few random thoughts I've had. So yeah, vote building walls 2016. Thank you.
29 feet.